This is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Um, yeah, Shannon Sharp was on the radio show saying that he is looking for a sinner in regards to Yvonne Orgy. She played on that show Insecure on the HBO series Insecure. She's an actress that played on that. She's a 39-year-old virgin. And Shannon Sharp was discussing that with this other guy here on the radio show. And he's like, I'm looking for a sinner. Basically saying that he doesn't want a 39-year-old virgin. And the people have been sounding off about that, about in regards to her being a 39-year-old virgin. Um, Cynthia G said, because she's been on Storm Monroe's channel, and she was like, she has to be um, um, stupid or something. She said to stay a virgin, and which I did not agree with that. And I let them know in the comment section that I totally disagreed. So as always, I'm here to put my little 2 cents in on that situation. I think first of all, I think it's beautiful that she is still a virgin at 39 years old. Um, I put in the comment section, she's doing what God told us to do. She's only doing what we're supposed to all be doing that. We're supposed to all be saving ourselves until marriage. We ain't supposed to be out here hunching. We ain't supposed to be out here hunching without being married. Okay, we ain't supposed to be doing that. That the reason why we got all these children growing up without fathers, and we got all these diseases going around, and all these problems that we're having is because people are hunching outside of marriage. If we would do things the way God told us to do it, and that's to abstain from sex until marriage, then we wouldn't have these problems. If we would if so she's only I said she's only doing what God wants us to do. Now I know I get it. Not everybody is a believer in the Bible, and not everybody is a believer in God or whatever, but that's between them, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's between them and God. But that is the reason why we're having the problems in society. It's because people want to hunch outside of marriage. And she's only doing what God said to do, and that is to abstain until marriage. So I think it's a wonderful thing. It's really interesting that we're living. This is a really interesting time that we're living in. We're living in a time where what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. And it's going to get worse. You mark my words, it's going to get worse. This is the time that we're living in. We're living in a time where what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. People want to look at what's wrong as being right, and what's right is wrong. And it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get it's gonna get worse in regards to homosexuality. I stated that in another video. It's gonna come a time, because they're coming up with all these different terms, pansexual and all that. It's gonna come a time when you say that you are heterosexual, that is going to be an issue. You're going to be looked at as not normal. If you say that I'm a heterosexual or I'm straight, people gonna be looking at you like and acting like it's something wrong with you, because you don't go both ways. You don't at least go both ways. Mark my words, because we in our last days and all kind of crazy stuff is happening. That time is coming because we're itching. We're slowly but surely itching to that point. See, we're at a point where transgender people want to erase, or no, or it's not. I probably shouldn't say erase, but transgender people wants to replace. They want to replace natural born heterosexual women. And they want to, and I did a video talking about that. They want to call us cisgender. I ain't no cis nothing. Don't be calling me no cis nothing. And I did a video addressing that. Um, yeah, they want to call us, they want to put a label on us, natural born heterosexual women, and they want to basically replace us. How can we be replaced? We're the only ones that can give birth. And I don't care how many surgeries you get, you'll never be able to give birth. So this is the time that we're living in, family. We're living in a time where what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. So if people are looking at her, and it's lots of people that are her age and older that are virgins. It's more common than what you think, actually. And for a black woman to be 39 years old and to still be a virgin, that is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing with all the stereotypes and the stigmas and everything that we have on us. That is a beautiful thing. And I'm very proud of her and I commend her for that. I wouldn't have guessed that she was still a virgin. But yeah. And not because she's a black woman, but simply because of the type of show that she was on. Because that show Insecure was, they had a lot of sexual content in it. So that's why I said, but that you got to separate. I guess you got to separate the artist from the real person. But I think that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing that she decided to remain a virgin until she finds a suitable marriage mate. But she'll have to find somebody that has the same, that she's evenly yoked with, and that they have the same values, and their values align with each other. And that's not easy to find. You know, and they were saying that she did it. She by her she shouldn't have waited that long and all that. But this is another thing I wanted to address. Black men are always talking about our body counts. Isn't that what they're always talking about? I did a video talking about that. They're always talking about our body counts. Our body counts. They always worried about our body counts. But now then they turn around and say, and he's not the only man that feels that way. There's a lot of men that feel that way. Then he turned around and says that he wants a sinner. But then when you're dealing with a sinner, you want to know her body count. Why is it when you're dealing with a sinner, you want to know her body count? Well, the guys say, I don't want no virgin. But then when you deal with a non-virgin, if you read up on a 39-year-old woman that wasn't a virgin, kids or no kids, you will be wondering what her body count is. Am I right or wrong? So see, you can't win. Black men keep moving the bar. We can't win as black women. I'm telling you, we are in this perpetual no-win situation. This beautiful sister, talented sister here, this beautiful talented queen, has decided to remain a virgin until she finds a suitable marriage mate. That is a beautiful thing. And this queen is to be commended. She is to be commended. That is a beautiful thing. That is a wonderful thing. And I really commend her for that. She should be congratulated, not trashed and put down and called stupid or whatever. I'm kind of offended by that. That is a wonderful thing. And if she never, if and if I hope that she finds a blessed husband. But if in the event if she don't and she decides to remain a virgin for the remainder of her life, that is a wonderful thing. And I guarantee you that God will honor that. I guarantee you that He will honor that. If she's doing it in the name of God, anything that we do to glorify God, He honors that. Whether it's glorifying us, our bodies, our temple, whether glorifying Him through our bodies or whatever it is that we're doing, of how we treat our body, that is a wonderful thing. And God will honor that. That is a beautiful thing. And He will honor that. If she's doing it in the name of God, He will honor that. He will absolutely honor that. So that is His approval is way more important than a man's approval when it comes between man and God. Man's approval don't mean jack. Man's opinion don't mean jack when you in comparison to God's opinion. God's views are much higher than man's views. Man's views don't mean jack compared to God's views. And the important thing here is God's views. And He will absolutely honor that. In a world where we live in a highly sexualized society and a lot of pressure is put on people to do that through our media and everything, and to be able to remain abstinent and remain a virgin the way this world is, this over sexualized society that we live in, is a beautiful thing. It is a wonderful thing. And she is not to be put down or talked about or made fun of. She should be commended. She should be commended. I'm proud of this sister. I'm proud of anybody that decides to remain chaste until marriage, however long it is. Because, like I said, we're all supposed to be doing that. We're all supposed to be abstaining and remaining a virgin until marriage. That's what we're all supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be out here hunching outside of marriage. And this is, like I said, this is the reason why we have all these problems in our community, because we're not doing things God's way. And so Shannon Sharp can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned, talking about he want a sinner. And then when you get your sinner, you're gonna be wondering what her body count is. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. These guys, the red pill is always talking about, oh, what about their body count? What about their body count? If he ran up on a 39-year-old sinner, he'd be wondering what her body count is. So we cannot win with these black men that keep moving the bar. They got a sister that's she's not doesn't have any children outside of marriage. She's abstaining. She's a virgin. No, she's not. She's a virgin. She's talented. She's beautiful, and that still ain't good enough. It still ain't good enough in their eyes. Something is wrong with her. Something got to be wrong with her. If she ain't got no man, something is wrong with her. Why something got to be wrong with her? Do you know that good people don't find each other? Good people have a hard time finding each other on, on both in both genders, male and female. Sometimes good people do not find a suitable mate. There's a lot of good people out here that has not found a suitable mate. Good people tend to not find each other. in a lot of cases. So just because she's still single at 39 and is still a virgin doesn't mean that there's something wrong with her. Doesn't mean that she has a bad attitude or whatever. For all you know, she could be possessing the fruit of the spirit, depending on her level of relationship, the level of the relationship with God that she has. But who are we to judge? Who are we to judge somebody because they decided to remain a virgin until 39, at 39 years old? Who are we to judge? Who do we think we are? I just had to put my little 2 cents. That just kind of ruffled my feathers when he said that. And people are, and other people are sounding off and acting like this is something, there's something wrong with her because she's a virgin at 39. It's, I think that's the beautiful thing. So black women can't win. She checks off all the boxes and it still ain't good enough. Hit me up in that comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Until the next video, be blessed.